Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista from Hebertstown Home. If you are new here, welcome. I would love to have you click that subscribe button down below. Today is Inspiration and Encouragement Monday. So I am outside today because it is gorgeous out here. I do have to wear my jacket because it's a little bit chilly, but it is not too bad at all. The wind is a little cool. It's still that, you know, not quite spring yet, but I want it to be spring really bad, breeze. Today I want to share with you one of my favorite books in the whole world. It's been a couple of years ago that I read it, and I actually need to reread it because it has been such a great encouragement for me, and it has really changed my outlook on life. So I am kind of a glass half empty kind of a gal. I think I always look at things from the negative, and I am learning to look at things more from the positive and with an attitude of gratitude, that I am thankful and finding things that I'm thankful for. And the book that has absolutely changed my outlook and helped me so much to look for the things that I am grateful for is Ann Voskamp's book, 1000 Gifts. And this is actually the study guide, but the book looks the same on the front. But this book changed my whole thinking about gratitude. The whole idea is she tells her story, which is an incredible story. It's a really neat book through her journey of life and kind of some of the things that happened to her. And as she started looking for gratitude in the midst of the struggles, it was kind of about looking for those gifts that God gives us and being grateful for those things, even when life is really, really hard. As I read through the book, I began to journal my own 1000 gifts, and I have not gotten to 1000 yet, and I'm going to have to confess that was 2 years ago. And it's a constant journey and a constant struggle to look at my day or my life through the eyes of gratitude. I constantly have to be pulling myself back to the point where I'm saying, whoa, wait a minute. This day felt like it wasn't that great, but there were all these little things along the way that really were a gift from God, a blessing, maybe an encouragement from Him. And so changing my focus to looking for those things throughout the day has made a big difference in how I look at life. And even on the very, very hardest days, there are always just a few things that if you notice them, can be that gift to you, that encouragement, that blessing that day, and turn your attitude to one of gratitude for those little things instead of focusing on the negative or the hard stuff that's happening that day. As a mom, and especially once I became a stay-at-home mom, I think my focus really turned inward. My whole world is in this house, right? And so my perspective changed when I came home from the workforce, and I had been working with lots of families who had high needs, and so I was always thankful when I came home to my house that was really comfortable and my family that wasn't super chaotic. And now I don't have that outside perspective to help me be grateful. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but so something that when I left my job as a teacher, I was given this journal by a dear, dear friend. Actually, she was the teacher that I student taught under as a college student and then taught with her, went on to teach with her for another 10 years. And when I left my job to come home and be with my kiddos, she gave me this journal. And it sat on my shelf for, oh gosh, 12 years before I ever looked at it again. And it doesn't have anything written in it. This was a journal she gave me to write in. But on the inside, she wrote, Krista, treasure every moment. With love, Debbie. And she had meant for me to write down the little fun things that happened with my kids. And as they were growing up, the funny things they said, or the funny things that they did, or the fun days and the fun stuff and the great memories needed to go in this journal. So after I read Ann Voskamp's book, 1,000 Gifts, I thought, that's what's supposed to go in this journal, is the 1,000 gifts. And yes, my kids are included in those gifts, and the things that they do and they say, and the fun times that we have, those are included in those gifts. But there are many other things as well. So I'm just going to share a few of them with you that I have written down. And like I said, I'm going to be very honest. I have not gotten anywhere near 1,000 gifts. I forget about this journal for months on end. And then suddenly I think, oh gosh, I haven't written anything down in there for a long time. So I think I want to become more diligent about thinking about it and writing it down each day, kind of at the end of the day, maybe thinking of the things, but also just training my mind to really think about those special gifts, or those little moments, those little snippets of encouragement throughout the day and throughout my week. So some of the things that I have written down in here, the very first one, number 1, waking up to the birds chirping. So when our windows are open, we can hear those birds chirping in the morning, and it's just beautiful. Mulberry picking, watching the mulberries fall from the tree as my father shakes the branches and my children dance with excitement. So if you read the book 1,000 Gifts, or if you've read it, Ann Voskamp's writing is very descriptive. And so some of my gifts I tried to write down in that descriptive way so that I can see it when I read it back. I can see in my mind what I was thankful for. And I'm going to say too, the other kind of disclaimer about Ann Voskamp's book 1,000 Gifts is it is very descriptive. So I would say that makes it not an easy read, because your mind is just really working hard to kind of picture what all's going on. And I love it, but at first it was really difficult for me to get into the book. Like it took a few chapters before I got used to how she writes, and now I absolutely love it. So anyway, just my little disclaimer about the book too. Okay, I'm gonna find a few more. The horses outside my living room window. Children with kites running through our field full of smiles and laughter. Horse rides and little girls giggling. Nevaeh flying her kite for hours. A little boy, 5 years old, in a John Deere hat, chattering about life as I cook breakfast. The sun streaming through the front door early in the morning, casting rainbows all over our foyer. Bentley riding as the sun goes down and Sammy's hooves pounding on the ground. Supper ready in the crock pot. I love supper ready in the crock pot. That is a gift. That's a gift, definitely. Kids in brightly colored swimsuits splashing in the pool. So just noticing, I mean, these are all pretty ordinary things, guys. Feeding chickens with my little boys, giggling as they ate from their hands. Folded laundry and a clean house. Country roads lined with trees. A quiet house as the sun goes down. Grayson writing his name and starting to read. The sun lighting up white puffy clouds early in the morning. A simple date night with Monty. A thunderstorm with lightning flashing across the sky. Intricate bird's nest that you guys saw a few weeks ago. So those are just some of the things that I have written in my journal, in my gifts, my 1,000 gifts. In Ann Voskamp's book, she challenges us to get to 1,000 gifts and more, to keep going, but just to focus on the gifts instead of on the negative things that happen in our lives and throughout our days. And I think as moms, that is so important, that we find those little gifts, that little encouragement, those little things that we can be thankful for, that we're grateful for. And really, we need to really focus on the gratitude, because we all have so much to be grateful for. And I know that there's super hard days, that even on the hard days that I focus on, okay, what were the gifts? What were the gifts that God left me? What was the encouragement that He was trying to give me today? And if I don't notice, I just miss them. I just miss them. I don't get that encouragement. I don't get that gift that day. And so it's about kind of seeking those out and looking for those, looking and searching for things to be grateful for. So I want to encourage you this week, find a few things, at least a few things that you can be grateful for. Little gifts, simple things, nothing big, just little things throughout your day that show you that God loves you and that He's encouraging you and that He left something for you. And I just pray that you guys have a great week and a good day, a happy Monday, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.